Hi, so we're getting into the final stretches here. We've created some products, we've created some collections, we've built them into the navigation, we've done some pages, we've looked at apps, we've set up our basic theme, or at least taken you through how to do that so you can create the look and feel of your website. And now we're getting close to wanting to launch this website. So there are a few things we need to do in settings before we can really do this. So if we look at our settings here, there are a few things that we need to do. First of all, to go into all of these one by one and basically check them out and make sure that the data is correct. So your general is going to be your email, telephone number, basic address of the store, things like that. Payment providers. Let's go into payment providers. So Shopify allows you to take payments through a whole bunch of different ways, including PayPal, Amazon Pay, and others. However, the Shopify payment plan, basically the fees that you pay Shopify, is dependent upon what payment provider you use to accept your credit cards. I pretty much tell people that you essentially have no choice but to use Shopify payments as your credit card provider. If you do not, then Shopify will charge a transaction fee on every transaction that goes through the store, whether it's a credit card payment or a PayPal payment or even a offline sort of net 30 payment. Once you activate Shopify's credit card payments as the preferred payment method in your store, then all of those other channels do not attract transaction charges, and of course neither does the credit card charges. You will pay for the actual fee to have the credit card processed at 2.9 plus 30 on the basic plan, and that goes down a little bit if you go up in the plans. So payments do but essentially, the rule really is that you have to activate Shopify payments. So you click Add Provider, it's going to tell you, it's going to basically recommend itself, Shopify payments. Click Continue, add in your bank account, things like that, and you're going to be good to go. Once you've done that, you can set up PayPal, Amazon Pay, anything else that you want to set up. Okay, so that's how you get your payments set up. The checkout process is pretty much complete. By default here, we've got accounts are disabled. I usually put accounts are optional, so people can create accounts if they want to. They don't have to. Company name is usually hidden unless you're a business site. Or do not automatically fill the orders and archive the order once it's completed. That's pretty much how I normally set it. Obviously, read through these things and check them. Let's go back to our settings and see what else we've got. Payment for checkout. Shipping. Shipping is important. Obviously, you can't sell a physical product unless you've got shipping set up. Now, you can use, if you've got weights on all your products, you can have automatically calculated shipping, even on the lowest plan, but it will be based on Shopify's account for the printing the labels within the Shopify system. You cannot plug your own UPS account or your own FedEx account in unless you're on the highest level of account. I think it's like $299 a month or something like that. What most people end up doing is creating shipping tables. So rather than using the address, the thing there, that you can go into domestic shipping here. And if you don't want to use, the default is having it calculated based on weight, but then you have to have the weight in all the packages. But now you can start doing like either price based. So if they spend more than $25, you're going to charge them X amount. If they spend more than $50, you might want to give them free shipping. So let's just look at adding a free shipping rate in here, for example. So let's say we want to do free shipping on $50 orders, minimum orders $50, maximum no limit. Let's give them free shipping. Okay, and the rate amount is 0, so we just add that, and that's only within our domestic settings. So if I save that, and let's have a look at what our summary is at this point. Let's go back to our shipping settings. So right now in domestic, we have two things. We have the USPS calculated rates based on the weight, which we need to make sure is in all the products. And then we have a free shipping rate at $50. So if you're using a dropshipper, it's pretty important that you work out what the dropshipper is going to be charging you so that you can mirror their shipping so that you don't make or lose any money. So you do have to set up your shipping rates. Taxes are going to be set up automatically based on the information that you provided at the beginning. It's very well worth checking it. You go in and just make sure that this is the appropriate zip code that you're in, and then Shopify will collect the taxes for you. Well, they'll charge the customer the taxes for you. It's still your responsibility to collect and pay the taxes. These are locations. If you want to use multiple locations within your business for warehousing and shipping, you can set it up in there. Gift cards are only available in the higher level plans. Notifications are where you can modify your email responses to customers. And, a very basic modification in there that I would recommend that you do is if you click on customize here, it's going to show you, and you can at least add a logo to your emails so that you're getting some branding on them. Okay, so just click and upload a logo. If nothing else, I would do that. You can go in and edit the text in them. The text is written in in Liquid, the code. So if you look at the order confirmation, for example, you can see the variables that are being pulled and the Liquid and HTML, combination of Liquid and HTML that's putting this email together. It looks a little bit scary. There are apps out there if you want something more user-friendly and you do want to edit these. Most people use them by leave them as is and just add the logo to the top. Okay, so that's your notifications. Files you don't need to worry about unless you're going to be selling downloadable stuff where you can then upload the files into here. It's going to upload all the images that we're using on the website, but you can also upload files and then have them as downloadable products and stuff like that. Sales channels, we've talked about that already. It's the same as over here where you can add new sales channels to the site, so you can sell on Amazon or eBay or various other sales channels. Your account allows you to give other people access. So if somebody else wants access to your site, you can add a staff account. Okay, different plans have different limits on staff accounts. I think the basic plan has a limit of like 5 staff members. Okay, so you can give them access through there. And if we go back, then you can see your billing information. This is going to tell you, how much, what plan you're on, how much you're paying per month, and it'll also list the fees that you're paying for apps and things like that. So those are your basic settings. Make sure you go through them one by one. Make sure they're set up the way you want. Particular focus is going to be on shipping, payment providers, and perhaps your notifications. Okay, and taxes. Just make sure that's correct, but that's just a quick check. Okay, once you're sure that this is good, then we're going to go on to setting up the actual domain name for you so that you can really get this store live. Okay, we'll do that in the next lesson.